If you're ever in Maryland, you should definitely stop by the Reginald F Museum in Baltimore to learn some Black history that you may not have known before. I was truly overwhelmed by all the artifacts and relics that were in this museum, just because seeing them in person versus maybe seeing them in a book or online was just so different. I definitely would not recommend this to anyone who is in a rush, because this exhibit is filled with so much information and trinkets of knowledge and artifacts. You definitely need about 2 to 3 hours. I walked through about maybe 3 or 4 times and I still don't feel like I got everything, so I'm definitely planning to go back. As a Black journalist, I literally could not help but be in awe while reading and learning about the Black press of Maryland, because I know just how important the Black press was to give information as well as to communicate with the community. It was also really interesting to learn about some of the rallies and protests that they had to help motivate people to vote as well as to fight for their right to vote. I'm currently a student at Morgan State, so I definitely love this little piece highlighting Morgan and their significance in the Baltimore community. So shout out to HBCUs. In this section here, highlighted some of the historic musicians from Maryland. And this section highlighted some of the uniforms that Black Americans wore in Maryland and their significance to the Maryland community. I love the way that this museum captured and broke down Black history. I definitely would recommend it to anyone who is either visiting Maryland or from Maryland that has a few extra hours. I also wanted to mention that this exhibit does give student discounts.